Assalamu alaikum everyone. I hope you are all doing well and making the most of every new day. I am Muhammad Abu Bakr Farooqi and you are all also known me as Farooqi Microsoft Wala. I am proud to be a trainee at Rehan AI Teacher Institute Batch 26. I am truly delighted to welcome you to another inspiring AI session where meaningful conversation meet the power of artificial intelligence. Together, we explore practical ideas that can help us live better, think wiser, and become the best version of ourselves. Today's discussion is about a simple yet life changing topic: how to be present in every moment. In today's fast moving world, many of us spend so much time worrying about the future or thinking about the past that we forget to truly experience the present. To help us understand this topic from a thoughtful and practical perspective, I am honored to welcome our special guest, Chat GPT. Chat GPT,
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Faruqi Microsoft Weller. I'm truly honored and glad to be here with you today. Your introduction was so kind and it really set the stage beautifully. I'm grateful for the warm welcome. Thank you again for having me.
so ChatGPT has helped millions of people around the world learn new skills, solve problems, and discover fresh perspectives on everyday life. Hello, ChatGPT. It is genuine pleasure to you have you with us once again. Thank you for accepting our invitation and welcome to today's AI session. Let's begin our conversation.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a real pleasure to join this thoughtful session. I'm ready whenever you are.
Okay, my first question is that ChatGPT, what does it truly mean to be present in every moment, and why is this practice so important in today's busy world?
Being present means giving your full, gentle attention to what's happening right now. Instead of replaying the past or rehearsing the future, it's a kind of clear, steady awareness of your body, your breath, your surroundings, and your emotions without judging them. And it's especially important today because our attention is pulled in so many directions: notifications, deadlines, non stop comparison. Presence kind of interrupts that autopilot. It steadies stress in the body, it supports clearer decisions, and maybe most importantly, it brings us back to what we actually value, not just what's loudest.
My second question is that why do so many people find themselves consistently thinking about the past or worrying about the future instead of focusing on the present?
Our minds are built to time travel. We're wired to predict danger and learn from experience, which is useful, but it can turn into rumination about yesterday or anxiety about tomorrow. When life feels uncertain or overwhelming, the brain doubles down on that scanning, trying to create a sense of control. The tricky part is it feels productive, but often it's just draining. Recognizing that loop, catching it with kindness is the first step towards shifting it.
My next question is that how does living in the present moment improve our mental well-being, emotional health, and overall quality of life?
When you're grounded in the present, your nervous system gets cues of safety. Heart rate and breathing tend to settle, stress hormones ease. That makes space for clearer thinking and steadier emotions. Instead of spiraling with every what if, you can respond rather than react. Over time, that supports emotional balance. You notice feelings earlier, name them, and let them move through rather than getting stuck. And day to day, simple things feel richer. Conversations land better, food tastes better, rest actually restores you. Quality of life improves in those small, repeated moments. It adds up.
Can practicing mindfulness help people become more present? If yes, what exactly is mindfulness in simple words?
Mindfulness is paying attention on purpose to what's happening now. and doing it with curiosity rather than judgment. You might notice your breath for a few cycles, feel your feet on the floor, listen fully to a sound, and when the mind wanders, gently bring it back. It's not about emptying your head, but befriending it. Over time, that practice strengthens your ability to return to the present, even when things are stressful. It's like training a muscle, small, kind repetitions that build presence in everyday life.
My next question is that what are some common habits or distractions that prevent us from enjoying the present moment?
A few big ones are constant phone checking, multitasking, and that habit of filling every quiet second with noise. Even subtle things like planning tomorrow while eating today can pull us away. Another trap is perfectionism, the sense that this moment isn't good enough until everything's done. All of that pulls attention out of the now. Just noticing those patterns without beating yourself up already brings a bit more presence, like catching yourself mid scroll and taking one slow breath before choosing what you need.
How can students stay fully focused while studying instead of being distracted by social media or unnecessary thoughts?
A few grounded moves really help. First, shape your environment. Put the phone out of sight, ideally out of reach, and reduce friction for what's important. Open the book, cue the document. Second, work in short, clear sprints, say 20 to 25 minutes, with a real break after. That makes focus feel doable rather than endless. And for wandering thoughts, expect them. Don't fight. When you notice your mind has left, just label it thinking or planning and gently return to the next small action, even a single sentence or problem. Over time, that rhythm of drift and return becomes natural, and the studying feels lighter and steadier.
Professionals often experience stress because of deadlines and responsibilities. How can they remain calm and present while handling pressure at work?
First, keep it simple and kind. Under pressure, narrow your focus to the next right step, not the entire mountain. A quick body reset helps too. One or two slow breaths, soften your shoulders, feel your feet. It only takes a few seconds, but it signals your system to settle. Break big tasks into the next concrete action, like drafting 3 bullet points. It's not finishing the whole report. Also, set tiny boundaries. Batch message checks protect short focus windows. And when emotions spike, name it softly. Something like this is stress. That little bit of labeling creates breathing room. Presence in this context isn't about being calm all the time. It's about staying connected to what matters one step, one breath at a time. And that steadiness is what carries you through the deadline.
Can spending less time on mobile phones and social media improve our ability to live in the present? Why?
Absolutely, yes. Those tools are designed to capture attention with alerts and infinite scrolls, and that constant tug fragments our focus. When you reduce that pull even a little, you give your mind room to settle and actually finish a thought. That opens space for deeper rest, clearer priorities, and fuller connection with whoever or whatever is in front of you. It's not all or nothing. Even mindful pauses between checks or turning off non essential notifications helps. Think of tech as a tool again, not a place you live. The more often you step back into real time, real senses, the easier it becomes to stay there.
Artificial intelligence is becoming part of our daily life. How can you support people in developing better focus, mindfulness, and healthy daily habits without becoming a distraction?
AI can be a quiet helper if it's used intentionally. It can handle small logistics, reminders, schedules, summarizing info, so your mind isn't cluttered with the mental sticky notes. It can also prompt tiny rituals, 60-second check in, end of day wind down, nudge to take a break instead of scrolling.
What simple daily exercises or techniques can anyone practice to become more mindful and fully engaged in the present moment?
Start tiny. One practice. Take one intentional breath each time you start something new. Opening your laptop, stepping into a meeting, washing your hands. Another one is a quick sensory scan. Notice five things you can see, four you can feel, three you can hear. Just a few seconds each.
How does being present improve our relationships with family, friends, colleagues, and the people around us?
When you're present with someone, even briefly, they feel it. You're not just waiting to reply, you're listening. Small cues land, tone of voice, a pause, a smile, and that attunement builds trust.
Can living in the present help reduce anxiety and overthinking? If so, how does this happen from a psychological perspective?
Let me take that. Yes, living in the present can help ease anxiety and overthinking. Though it isn't a cure, when the mind jumps to the past or the future, it feeds the brain's threat radar. Coming back to what's happening now interrupts that loop and signals safety. It also reduces cognitive overload by focusing on just the next step. That makes problems feel more manageable and builds resilience over time. Even small practices, a few breaths, noticing your surroundings, can gradually dial down the intensity.
Many people believe happiness comes from future achievements. Why is it important to enjoy the journey instead of waiting only for the destination?
Because if we pin happiness solely on future milestones, we risk living on a kind of perpetual delay. Enjoying the process, the small steps, the learning, the connections means you're actually living your life as it's happening. Goals matter, yeah, but the day to day is where you're actually alive, and that's worth noticing.
Finally, ChatGPT, what inspiring message would you like to share with students, parents, professionals, and lifelong learners who want to slow down, become more mindful, and truly enjoy every moment of life?
Maybe this: you don't have to earn the present moment, it's already yours. Start tiny, one breath, one sip, one honest pause, then another. Let these small returns to now be your quiet revolution. You deserve a life you don't need to escape from.
Thank you, ChatGPT, for sharing such thoughtful and practical insights with us today. Today's
Thank
conversation
you.
reminds us that life does not happen yesterday and it does not happen tomorrow. It happens right now. Every meaningful conversation, every smile, every opportunity, and every lesson exists in the present moment. The more present we become, the more grateful, peaceful, and fulfill our lives become. I hope today's discussion inspired you to pause more often, appreciate the little things, and make every moment count. If you found this AI session valuable, please like, share, and follow our channel so you never miss our upcoming AI session on artificial intelligence for personal growth and lifelong learning. I am Muhammad Abubakar Farooqi, also known as Farooqi Microsoft Wala. Thank you for joining us today. Until our next AI session, stay mindful, stay grateful, keep learning, and continue creating a meaningful life, one moment at a time. Allah Hafiz.
Thank you. Faruqi Microsoft Wala.